Have you ever had a narcissist come back to you with tears in their eyes, swearing they've changed, promising they've finally seen the light, that they've done the inner work, but deep down, something still feels off? That's because it is. The truth is, their so-called healing is nothing more than a carefully crafted illusion, one designed to pull you back into their web. And today, I'll expose exactly why they pretend to change, but never do. When a narcissist claims they've healed, it's not about real growth. It's about regaining control. They sense they're losing their grip on you, so they put on a performance of self-awareness, accountability, even therapy. But beneath that mask, the same manipulative person, unchanged and waiting for the moment they can strike again. In this video, I'll break down the 4 deceptive signs of a narcissist's fake healing, why they can't truly change, even if they swear they have, how to protect yourself from falling for their act. Again, stay with me, because by the end, you'll see through their lies before they even speak them. Number 1, the apology trap. Saying sorry without change. A narcissist's apology is nothing more than a well-crafted illusion, a strategic move designed to pull you back into their cycle of control. They know exactly what to say, how to sound remorseful, and which of your emotional triggers to press. But here's the catch. Their apologies never come with real, lasting change. Instead, they use apologies as a reset button, a way to wipe the slate clean without doing the actual work of growth. At first, their words might seem sincere. I realize now how much I hurt you. I never want to lose you again. But watch closely. Do their actions align with their words? Do they make a genuine effort to be accountable? Or do they repeat the same behaviors once they feel safe again? Real change is consistent and self-motivated, but a narcissist's change is temporary and manipulative. It only lasts as long as they need it to. Take Sarah's experience, for example. After years of emotional neglect and gaslighting, her narcissistic partner suddenly broke down in tears, apologizing for everything. He admitted to being selfish, promised to go to therapy, and even said, "I don't deserve you, but I'll do whatever it takes to make things right." Overwhelmed by the apology, Sarah gave him another chance. For a few weeks, things seemed different. He was attentive, affectionate, and even talked about self-improvement. But soon, old patterns crept back in, dismissing her feelings, shifting blame, and making excuses. When she confronted him, he turned the tables. "I said I was sorry. What more do you want? Why can't you let the past go?" That's the apology trap, where words create the illusion of change, but actions reveal the same destructive cycle. True healing isn't about saying the right things. It's about proving it over time. And a narcissist? They're only committed to keeping you hooked, not to actually becoming better. Number 2, the "I'm in therapy now" lie. One of the most deceptive tricks a narcissist plays is the "I'm in therapy now" lie. A carefully crafted illusion designed to make you believe they are changing. When they sense they're losing control over you, they suddenly claim they're working on themselves. "I've realized my mistakes, and I'm seeing a therapist now." At first, this might sound like a breakthrough, a sign that they are finally taking responsibility for their toxic behaviors. But here's the harsh truth. Most narcissists don't go to therapy for healing. They go to gain more tools to manipulate. They listen just enough to mimic self-awareness, but deep down, they aren't reflecting, growing, or holding themselves accountable. Instead, they use therapy as a shield, a way to deflect blame and make you feel guilty for not believing in their progress. If you dare to question them, they'll turn it back on you. I'm actually trying to get better, but you're still stuck in the past. In reality, their so-called healing is just another tactic to keep you emotionally trapped. Take Emily's experience, for example. After enduring years of emotional abuse from her narcissistic husband, she finally decided to leave. But just weeks later, he called her claiming, "I've been seeing a therapist, and I finally understand why I treated you the way I did." Against her better judgment, she gave him another chance. At first, he seemed different, calm, introspective, even apologetic. But soon, she noticed a disturbing pattern. He was using therapy language against her, twisting psychological terms to justify his actions. When she expressed frustration, he'd say things like, "My therapist says you're too reactive. You should really work on that." Eventually, Emily realized he wasn't healing. He was simply upgrading his manipulation tactics. That's the danger of the "I'm in therapy now" lie. It's not about growth, it's about control. Real change doesn't come with words or therapy appointments. It comes with consistent, self-driven actions over time. And narcissists? They don't commit to change. They commit to keeping you fooled. Number 3. Blame shifting disguised as growth. One of the most deceptive tactics a narcissist uses is blame shifting disguised as growth. A manipulative strategy where they appear to take responsibility for their past actions. But in reality, they subtly shift the blame onto someone or something else. They might say things like, "I know I hurt you, but I only acted that way because of my childhood trauma." Or, "I admit I was wrong, but you weren't always easy to deal with either." At first, this might seem like self-awareness, a sign that they are finally acknowledging their mistakes. But if you listen closely, you will realize that their growth is just another way to dodge real accountability. Instead of owning up to their toxic behaviors and actively working to change them, they use their past, stress, or even your reactions as an excuse. Their apology comes with a hidden message. It's not entirely my fault. And that's the trap, because now, instead of holding them accountable, you feel obligated to understand them, to be more patient, to excuse their actions because at least they're trying. Take David's experience, for example. After months of silent treatment and emotional neglect from his narcissistic girlfriend, he finally had enough and confronted her. Surprisingly, instead of denying it, she admitted, "I know I shut down a lot, and I've hurt you. But honestly, I've been under so much pressure at work, and I never learned how to handle emotions properly because of my toxic upbringing." At first, David felt relieved. She was finally admitting her mistakes. But as time passed, nothing changed. Every time he tried to address a new issue, she pulled the same card. "You know, I struggle with this. Can't you just support me?" Instead of taking action to improve, she used growth as a shield to avoid accountability. Eventually, David realized that she wasn't growing. She was just manipulating him into excusing her behavior. And that's the hard truth. Narcissists don't take responsibility. They repackage their excuses as self-awareness to keep you emotionally invested. Number 4, the ultimate proof. Time exposes the truth. One of the most undeniable truths about a narcissist is that time always exposes their true nature. No matter how convincing their words may be, no matter how many apologies, promises, or self-improvement claims they make, their true character always resurfaces. Narcissists are master actors, capable of putting on a perfect performance for a while. They might act kind, considerate, and even self-reflective, making you believe they've genuinely changed. But real growth isn't about temporary adjustments, it's about consistency. And that's where they fail. Their change is only a survival tactic, a way to manipulate you into staying. Give it time, and cracks will start to show. Impatience when they don't get immediate validation, defensiveness when you hold them accountable, or even subtle shifts in their behavior when they think you're no longer watching. If their healing was real, they wouldn't need to convince you. They would simply be different. Take Lisa's experience, for example. After years of emotional abuse, she finally left her narcissistic ex. But a few months later, he reached out, claiming he had changed. He sent long messages about how much therapy had helped him, how he finally understood his toxic behaviors, and how he was ready to prove he was different. At first, Lisa was skeptical, but his words seemed heartfelt. So, she gave him a cautious chance. For the first few weeks, he was everything she had once hoped for: patient, understanding, even apologetic. But then, small things started happening. He became irritated when she set boundaries. He subtly guilt-tripped her when she wasn't giving him enough attention. And when she brought up her past hurt, he snapped, "How long are you going to punish me for my past? I've already changed." That's when Lisa realized the truth. Time had revealed his act. His growth wasn't real, just a well-rehearsed script designed to win her back. And that's the lesson. A narcissist can fake change for a while, but they can't fake it forever. If you want the ultimate proof of their intentions, just give it time. Because real transformation doesn't fade under pressure, but manipulation always does. Closing message. Listen, I know how badly you might want to believe them. I know how much hope you had that maybe, just maybe, this time was different. But I need you to hear this. You do not owe them another chance to hurt you. You deserve real love, real growth, and real healing. And that starts with you, not with waiting for them to become someone they'll never be. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments. Have you ever seen a narcissist fake their healing? What did they do? Your story might help someone else avoid the same trap. And if you want to stay empowered against their manipulation, hit that subscribe button, because I'm here to make sure you never fall for their tricks again. Subscribe for more content on narcissistic abuse recovery. Comment your experience. Let's expose their tactics together. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today.